Janet Zappala here, and welcome to Wealth of Health. Today I'm making pesto cheese loaf. Pesto cheese loaf, you ask? What the heck is that? Let me tell you. It's an item that people absolutely go bonkers for when I go out and I do presentations. In fact, I have a cookbook out called My Italian Kitchen Homestyle Recipes Made Lighter and Healthier, and people will buy the book after they taste this one recipe, on page 10, by the way. And it's a spread that you can use on crackers, on crostini, just on a piece of nice peasant bread or a baguette. It's absolutely delicious. It serves as a wonderful snack and also a great appetizer when you have friends over. So let's talk about some of the ingredients, because you know, if you've tuned into Wealth of Health, it's got to be good for you, and it's also got to taste great. So we're going to do a regular pesto, but I'm going to throw in some spinach. So I have baby spinach, fresh basil, of course, some fresh parsley, some pine nuts, pinoli nuts, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. We'll have some sun-dried tomatoes, and then we're also going to throw in some reduced fat cream cheese. Less saturated fat, that's a good thing. And it does not compromise the taste. You will never even taste the difference. We also have some great blue cheese here. So what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to go to my best friend here, because the most important ingredient really when it comes to this recipe is my food processor. You need to put everything together to mix it so it becomes a pesto sauce, essentially. So we're going to throw in our baby spinach here. Again, it's great source of calcium, iron, all of that good stuff. So you want to throw that in. Basil, wonderful source of vitamin K for blood clotting. Parsley, delicious. Also serves as a great breath refresher. If you're on a date or something, you're eating or something, you're having a little bit of garlic, take a little piece of parsley afterwards. It will freshen your breath, and it tastes really good as well. By the way, if a parsley farmer is caught stealing, will they garnish his wages? I'm sorry, I couldn't help that one. All right, so what we're going to do is we throw all of those in, and then we're going to put the food processor on, let it do its thing for a little bit there. Okay, as that breaks down, we're going to throw in the pinoli nuts, which are so good. Add a little bit more flavor, and a typical staple when it comes to pesto sauce. And then we're going to throw in about 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, my Vita Bella olive oil. It's organic. I love it. Throw that in. And that should do it. And then what you want to do is just scrape the sides with your spatula. Get it all out. Okay, just like this. You want to mix it up. Okay, and that beautiful green color. All those great nutrients and wonderful taste. So we're going to put it right in the bowl here. We need a little bit of garlic. And just throw that right into the food processor. Okay, just like that. Okay. Got that done, and that too will go right in here. Again, it should have been a little bit earlier just to make it easy, but no big deal. So we'll get that garlic in there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is add about 1 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. So we'll throw that right in just like that. And then all you have to do is mix this right up, just like this. And you'll see it'll be really nice and moist and very flavorful. And this pretty much is your pesto portion of the recipe. So just mix that. Really easy recipe to make. But the first time you do it, it takes a little bit of finesse. So that's why I want to show you this. And you just have to kind of have fun with it. All right, so that's mixed up. And then we go to our next portion, which is the, as I said before, the reduced fat cream cheese. So we're going to take 2 8-ounce containers, and you want to have it at room temperature so it's softened and easy to spread, because that's really so important for this recipe. The easier it is to spread, the easier your job will be. And you want easy, quick, right? Delicious and nutritious. You'll get it right here on Janet's Wealth of Health. All right, so we've got our cream cheese, and then we're going to throw in the blue cheese, as I mentioned before, which really adds a nice pop of flavor. In fact, people really can tell that the blue cheese is in here when they take a bite. It's always, "Ooh, is that blue cheese? I love blue cheese." So, see how easy that is to mix when it's at room temperature? So we've got our cheese mixture all ready to go. And the only other thing I want to do is, don't you love this? All the green here. It doesn't matter. You're going to put in your sun-dried tomatoes. You can either chop them with your chef's knife, or what I like to do for just something quick is just throw them right into the food processor, about a quarter cup of sun-dried tomatoes. And you want to get them so they're really chopped nicely into small, small bite-sized pieces. Just like that, it's done. Okay? And we'll just put that into a bowl here. And we're done. We'll be ready to start assembling our pesto cheese loaf. All right, now comes the fun part. The artist in you has to come out when you put together this pesto cheese loaf, and I'm going to show you why right now. You start with a thin layer of your cheese mixture right on the bottom, as if you're doing a little bit of a sculpting kind of a thing. That's kind of how I look at it. It makes it more fun that way. Okay, and you just get it. By the way, this is called a pesto cheese loaf just for the simple reason that I put it in a loaf pan just like this. So that's the only reason it's called a loaf. Kind of looks like it. Okay, so we've put our nice thin layer of cheese on the bottom. Then we take our pesto and we go right over that. So again, we're just kind of going back and forth, trying to make it as neat as possible, but really the most important thing is that you do it so it just comes together easily. You don't want to make it a big project. And the taste is there already, so you don't have to worry. It's just going to come out absolutely delicious. All right, and then our sun-dried tomatoes are going to be just scattered on top of the first layer. And you're going to make 4 layers all together. So it's just very repetitive, back and forth, like this. It's only taken a couple minutes here, and we're done. And then the only thing you want to do after, when you're finished with that last layer of cream cheese, is you just want to kind of wipe off the pan like this, just so everything's nice and neat. And voila, here you go, the pesto cheese loaf, and I just cleaned the sides so it's a little more eye-appealing, a little more appealing for your guests as well. And let me tell you, it's calling my name, so I want to show you how easy it is to spread, get all those great textures and layers in there and flavors. Oh, love it. Take a little bite. Who made this? It's absolutely delicious. You can make it. It's that easy. In fact, send me your name and your email address, and I'll let you know when the next episode comes out. In the meantime, enjoy.